This is my incredibly easy, super healthy, plant-based breakfast burrito loaded with protein. And good quality protein. Yeah, you can't beat this.
Okay, so let me show you how to make them. First, we need potatoes, my favorite part. We're making 8 burritos, so I'm gonna be doing 2 cups of potatoes. Let's get a skillet on the stove over a medium heat and a touch of olive oil. Toss the potatoes in, shake them around for a second, then let them cook for a few minutes. Don't touch them. Now back to the cutting board, let's prep a whole red pepper diced and a whole onion diced. Now back to the pan, you should see some browning by this point. Go ahead, toss them around, then leave them be again. After a few minutes, top them with a big pinch of salt and a few cracks of fresh black pepper. Now we're going to give the potatoes a scoot to the side, add half of the onion and half of the red pepper. Let that cook for a few, toss them around, and then mix it in. Now I'm going to be doing this all out of the same pan, so we're just going to throw the potatoes into a bowl, wipe the pan out, get it ready for our tofu. Speaking of tofu, keep the pan hot. Throw a little bit of oil in. We're going to be using a full block of super firm tofu. Toss it in, break it up. I'm going to add in a couple shakes of garlic powder, about a teaspoon of turmeric, big pinch of salt, and let me calm Walker down here for a second. So this is just going to cook for a moment. Then we're just going to stir this up, add a 1/4 cup of nutritional yeast and a 1/2 cup of water. Mix that in and let that simmer together until the water is thinned out. I'm going to add in a little bit of cilantro, throw that into a bowl, and let's get ready for our protein star of the show, the tempeh. But first, let me tell you about today's sponsor.
So I talk about this a lot because I feel like I can help some people. I have lost over 110 pounds and I've kept it off for years now. I'm now in the best shape of my life. I've never felt better. I've never felt more energized, younger. I just feel like a completely new person. It's been an incredible life change. I was able to do that with the help of tracking. And I was able to track my body with the Hume Health Body Pod, today's sponsor. The Body Pod is a powerful body scan that allows you to understand your health and fitness at a level that has been impossible until now. This is the world's first portable body analyzer, which uses 8 frequency sensors to deliver precise weight, full body composition, and heart health. And it's wild. The Body Pod measures your full body composition with medical grade accuracy of 98%, which is accuracy on par with those in-body machines you see in the gym. They cost like $20,000. See, how this helps is weight alone really isn't a great metric to judge your weight loss and health. I lost a lot of weight, but then as I was exercising, working out, changing my diet, I started gaining some of it back again. If I was focusing on my weight and diet alone, I might have started adjusting my diet or just gotten discouraged altogether. That happened to me in the past a lot. But what I couldn't see, I was able to finally see with the Body Pod. I was gaining muscle mass. I was training really hard at the gym and it was paying off. I just couldn't see it on the scale. So even though my weight was going up, my body fat percentage was going down, which was ideal. Exactly what I was looking for. And I could see that with the Hume Health Body Pod. And leveraging AI power insights, you can learn how to sustainably achieve your goals faster with the Hume app. So gang, Hume is currently having a sale, and if you use code MARK, you'll save up to 50% off total. The discount code is only valid for 7 days, so click the link below. It's also HSA, FSA eligible. So if you have HSA or FSA, you can get it covered through your health insurance. Hume, thanks for sponsoring today's video and for being such a huge part of my weight loss journey.
Okay, now for our tempeh. Tempeh is super high protein. It contains all 9 essential amino acids in an even amount. It ranks very high on protein digestibility. So we're gonna cook the tempeh down for just a moment in some olive oil. We're gonna add in the other half of our onion and other half of our pepper. Then we're gonna add in the spice. I'm gonna be using chipotle peppers in adobo sauce. I love this stuff. We're gonna do about 3 or 4 peppers and about a teaspoon or so of the sauce. Just add in as much as you like. Now mix that up. We're gonna add some more salt, about just a big pinch, and about a teaspoon of cumin, a bit of garlic powder, and a 1/2 cup of water. Stir that up and let the water cook down. Once it's completely cooked out, we're going to add around a cup of spinach, mix that in, let that cook down, and let's move on to the rest of the ingredients. For our canned black beans, we're just going to drain them, rinse them. We don't need to cook them. They'll get cooked in the burrito. Now, the final ingredient we need to prep is some sauce. We're going to be making a cashew chipotle Baja sauce. I love this stuff. So this is just going to be a cup of cashews with a cup of water, about a teaspoon of lemon juice, big pinch of salt, and a tablespoon of olive oil. Blend that up. You don't need to soak the cashews if you have a high-powered blender. blender. Then we're just gonna scrape down the sides and add about 3 or 4 chipotle peppers, depending on your heat preferences, and a little bit of that adobo sauce and blend. Now this is gonna take some pulsing and mixing. If you need to add a little bit more water, you can add some more water. If you need to add a little bit more oil, you can add more oil. Give this a taste and flavor it to your preference. This is gonna be a very spicy and salty kind of base, but you can make it how you want. Now, I got it to the consistency I'm looking for. I'm just gonna store it in a jar because we're not gonna use much of this for the burritos. You don't really need much, so a lot of this is gonna be left over. Unfortunately, with the way blenders work, you really can't make less of this. It won't blend up into that smooth paste, making a smaller amount. But it's really good and really tasty. You'll find other ways to use this sauce.
Okay, we have all of our ingredients. Let's prep these together. So I actually got different tortillas this time. I'm kind of kicking myself because I didn't realize these only came as 6 tortillas. These ones were keto, so they're actually a little less calories and they have a lot of fiber. So I was like, you know what? Let me give them a try. I thought that would be a fun way to prep. So we're just gonna have to save some of the ingredients for something else. Now, the way that I do this is I do it by weight. I think that's the easiest way. We'll start with potato, 33 grams of the potato, 57 grams of the tofu egg, 56 grams of the tempeh, and 30 grams of black bean. Now, I like to save a majority of the cream for after the fact, but I do wanna just put a little bit inside, probably 10 grams of the cream, and that's it. That's our burrito. So all we're gonna do is just fold this up, and this is packed pretty greatly. This is packed awesome, way better than anything you're gonna get from one of these microwave burritos. So just fold up there, fold on the sides, fold over, and boom. This is our breakfast burrito. This comes out to 312 calories, 26 grams of protein, 9 grams of fat, and 43 grams of carbs. So I took pretty much every ingredient, weighed each ingredient, and just divided by 8. And that's how you come up with the ratios. And boom, we're gonna let these cool down. We'll wrap them up. I'll drop them in some baggies and freeze them overnight. Tomorrow I'll come back, show you how to cook them. There's 2 ways. And yeah, we're gonna have some insane breakfast burritos.
Okay, so it's the next day. These are frozen. Really, the 2 ways is simple. You can toss them in the microwave, unwrap them, don't put foil in the microwave, for about 3 minutes per side covered. Let it rest for about a minute and then enjoy. The other way is about 15 minutes in the air fryer at 400 degrees. Let it rest for about a minute and then enjoy. It's that simple. And then you end up with this. This is way better, like I said, than any store-bought frozen burrito. Super tasty.
I am so excited about these. It's so easy. You can have these. I mean, I made enough burritos to have for the whole week. 20 minutes in the toaster oven and it comes out perfect. Perfect. Now the trick is to have a little bit of the cashew cream on standby. That does add about 30-ish calories per, I don't know, tablespoon, I would say. It's super, super good. God, these are good. Once I started meal prepping these, I keep a couple of them in my freezer. I'll have them 2 or 3 times a week, and I love them. Way better than anything you're gonna buy store-bought. Also, a little shout out, lately I've been using this Zab's hot sauce. Wow, is it good. Monica will be back next week. You'll hear what she has to say. I'm probably gonna do an Instagram story of her trying the burrito. She doesn't really eat my frozen burritos. This is kind of a me thing.